If you want to make your public speaking and communication instantly more engaging, this video is for you. Hi, I'm James Westphal. I'm an actor, coach and creative development specialist. I work with actors on their acting and audition technique, and I work with people in business, leadership and public-facing roles, helping them to speak, lead and connect with impact. And I do this by merging the craft and training of theatre and screen acting with leading public speaking and communication techniques, all underpinned by cognitive, social and performance psychology. As humans, we are hardwired for stories. Since the beginning of time, we have gathered around fires to tell tales, myths, etc. It is why we binge so much on streaming platforms, why most of us love watching movies, etc. We share experiences, we love to be told stories, we love to tell stories, and it is something that can sometimes be missing from public speaking communication, especially in a world where you are giving presentations or pitches or reviews, things like that. So this video today is going to delve into how you can harness and use storytelling as a device to instantly make your communication and public speaking more engaging. Actors know this better than most because it makes their job a hell of a lot easier. But a strong narrative, good characters, good writing makes your job a hell of a lot easier, and therefore I want to take some of those aspects in acting, writing, films, theatre, whatever, and bring it into the realm of public speaking and communication for business or whatever sector you're in. So first thing I want us to think about is the idea or concept of a hero and a villain. Most good stories, most good films, scenes, etc. come from good, clear, compelling conflict. That is usually from some form of hero and some form of villain. Now this is broadly speaking, but if you can take that concept and apply it to your pitch, presentation or speech, you are probably going to engage audiences a lot more. And by this I mean, identify what the problem is that you are solving. The problem is the villain, and you, your product, your ideas, your solution, whatever it is, you are the hero. So you are looking at framing whatever you're doing, your speech, pitch, presentation, whatever it is. What's the hero? You, your ideas, your product, etc. What's the villain? The problem that needs solving. Automatically, we are going to be more invested because we identify with that. We see it all the time around us, whether it's in our everyday life, whether it's in movies, TV shows, theatre. What is the hero? What is the villain? Famously, Steve Jobs did it very well when he started to introduce iTunes. At the time, you could rip music and burn music. I don't know what the technical term is, and it was pretty bad quality. And he managed to bring in this idea of iTunes, which would make people pay 99p, I think it was, per song, when people were getting it for free, could do it for free. But he made the concept of faulty music, bad quality, that was the villain. His solution to that was clean quality iTunes, and the rest is history. The next thing I think it's important to think about is building a narrative arc. The most well-known one is beginning, middle and end. Try not to just throw information and facts at people. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, to switch off, to get lost. People want to be taken on a journey, like you do in a good story. So once you've identified the hero and the villain, what is the story you are taking them on, the journey you're taking them on? What's the beginning? What's the middle? And what's the end? With both of those things, it is important to remember to be specific. When things are vague, we can easily get lost, misunderstand, things don't translate. With everything, whatever it is, try not to make it vague, try to make it specific. People can then latch on to things better. What is the specific journey? What is the specific problem? What is the specific solution or hero? Be specific with all elements of your storytelling within your pitches, speeches or presentations. Finally, use psychology. Now there are lots of different constructs, phenomena we can use from psychology, but the one I want to talk about is the peak-end rule. Now, essentially what a lot of studies and psychologists have looked into on this is that as people We don't remember everything from an experience. What we tend to remember is the emotional peak, when we felt most intensely, whether that's positive or negative. Hopefully it's positive. And then the end of something. So how does that translate to your pitches, speeches, or presentations? It's pretty self-explanatory. If I'm giving you a presentation, people aren't going to remember everything, but what they are going to probably remember is the moment that they felt the most and the end. So as people that are giving speeches or pitches or presentations, we want to make sure that we identify going in what is the point that we are trying to make people feel the most intensely, because they're going to remember it. And then how do we make sure that we round everything off and round up in a way that gives a killer ending, because people are going to remember the peak and the end. Now, the same can be said, unfortunately, for example, if I was doing this and suddenly something fell off my bookcase, that wasn't planned, it's not particularly positive for me, but you will probably remember it as a peak because you weren't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to react. It's going to surprise you. You're going to feel either entertained, maybe you'd laugh, maybe you feel sorry for me. So you're going to remember that. The same as how I end my video. So the same applies for your pitches, your speeches, and your presentations. The peak end rule. Hopefully you can see how this ties into other videos I've done, which essentially says if you can connect with people, make them feel something, talk to people, not at them, you are more likely to engage them better, to pique their interest. And a really nice way of doing that is thinking of all of this as the story you are telling. So next time you are preparing a speech, a pitch, or a presentation, ask yourself, what is the story here? What's the hero? What's the villain? Where do I want people to feel the most? Emphasize that, polish that. How am I going to round things off and end it? What's the beginning, middle, and end? How am I being specific about all of this? And you will hopefully find that you have an easier time at engaging people. If you have enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. If there is something you want me to focus on in a upcoming video, in a future video, either drop me a comment or get in touch with me via my website.